Right, you ready? Theo, put pen to paper on your new contract. How pleased are you to be all signed up?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm happy to be here again for another season. It's maybe not quite under the circumstances that I would have wanted, but injuries happen in football, and yeah, I think it's no secret that I have a strong affiliation with the club. I've loved my 3 years here. I've seen the club grow quite substantially in the time that I've been here, and the project's not finished yet, I don't think at all. The manager's signed a new contract. I've really enjoyed working under him for 2 years. The squad's looking pretty good, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back out there and being a part of it, because last season was a success. I think this season could hopefully be further success. I think that's what we all want, and yeah, I'm excited for what this season will entail.
It was the start of February, wasn't it? You picked up your injury, but up until that point, the team were on a real purple patch of form, weren't they? And you yourself were really flying along. How much had you been enjoying the season up to?
I think obviously we'd won the league the year before, but in terms of my own performances and the way the team were playing, we had a tricky start, I suppose, but we found our feet quite quickly. And you're right, I think from Christmas through to I think probably April, when the playoffs just kind of became out of reach, I think the team, yeah, we're playing some excellent stuff, and it's probably, for the 30 odd games that I was involved in, it was probably the most enjoyable 30 games of my career so far. So yeah, hopefully I can get another enjoyable 30 games, get back and get at it.
You're obviously a massive part of their League Two success as well. What was the key to continuing that success and continuing that progression, do you think?
I think, keeping the core group of players. I know we lost a couple really key players, but like we replaced them with really good quality. We added lots of quality, and again we seem to be adding more quality. And I think the youthfulness that perhaps maybe let us down at points in the seasons prior, everybody's a little bit older and a little bit wiser, and people are at an age now where they're becoming more experienced players, myself included in that. I hadn't really become an established League One footballer. I'd spent 2 years in League Two again with Orient before my time in Lincoln. So yeah, I just think the club have done well curating a good squad, a squad of good people first and foremost, and obviously extremely talented players. And yeah, I've not really been thinking about the football too much. I've been focused on my rehab quite a lot. But now that everybody's back and the squad are back in, I'd forgotten how much talent there was. It's like pretty good team. So yeah, I think there's plenty to be excited for this season.
And you mentioned Richie, the head coach, a couple of minutes ago. How important has he been to the whole success?
Yeah, huge. He's implemented a different style of play entirely to what we had before. For myself, I hadn't worked under someone for this length of time. It's been 2.5 years. So I've not had this kind of relationship with a manager before. I've kind of moved around different clubs, managers have changed and whatever. It's been settled and good, and it's been by far and away my favourite 2.5 years, and I definitely owe some of that to him, absolutely.
And you're 4 months in to your rehab now. How are you in yourself? How is your knee doing?
The knee's good. It's not been without complication, especially at the beginning. Had to wait a while for the operation just because of different things, and then even post-op there was just a couple annoying issues. But in the last 2 or 3 months, it's been making pretty good progress, and everybody's happy with the situation now, the condition that it's in. So yeah, nobody wants to be injured for 9 months, but all things being equal, I've not actually missed that much football. Missed a couple of months when we were pushing for the playoffs, February and March. I guess I'm kind of dead rubber at the end of the season. There was a long off season, and we've still got 6 weeks more of pre-season. So actually, by the time the football comes around on the 10th of August, I will hopefully be beginning to get into the latter stages of my rehab. So yeah, all things being equal, if you're going to miss 9 months of football, it's probably not a bad time to do it. And yeah, I'm just cracking on and working pretty hard, pretty tirelessly to get back to it.
What kinds of things are you working on at the moment?
It's still gym based. Still gym based at the moment. I think discussions with the physios suggest we might be out on the grass at some point doing quite basic straight line running. I'm not sure exactly when that will be, but I think that's probably going to be part of the process maybe in the next month or something. It's just been about trying to, you obviously have a huge amount of muscle waste after an operation like that, and yeah, your brain actually just essentially needs to get learning and get used to having a new knee, a new ligament, something I've never had. So it's just a lot of repetition, a lot of sets, a lot of reps, hamstrings, quads, calves, just essentially trying to build the muscle back up. We did some measurements today actually, and the numbers are pretty much where they were the week after my injury. So that's a pretty good sign. And yeah, I feel like I've kind of come over the little humps that we'd had. We had like a stitch abscess and just annoying things that were really slowing the beginning of the rehab down, but I've not actually lost any time, and I feel like there's probably time to be gained now. So yeah, we're in a good place.
And at the time of the injury, for someone who's coming towards the end of their contract, I imagine it's a pretty scary time. So how nice is it for you before the new season's even, or before pre-season's even really got going, to have your future secured?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's always a stress. I personally wasn't actually all that stressed about it, to be honest. I mean, I'd had a pretty good season up until the point I was injured. I'd played 30 odd games and I thought I was doing quite well. My parents, I think, were a little bit stressed. I think they wanted to make sure to get everything signed and done and everything quickly. I really wasn't that stressed, and the club look after their players. I feel like I've given a lot for the club for 3 years, and I think they respected that. And so, yeah, here I am for another season. And yeah, of course, it's nice to have it done and secured. And yeah, for the next few months, doing my rehabilitation somewhere where I'm familiar with medical staff and just, you know, it makes the process, I think, a little bit smoother, definitely. And yeah, like I've said a couple of times now, I'm cracking on. I'm working pretty hard. I'm not getting excited about getting back yet. I've not really been thinking about the length of time I have left. It's kind of, I've been taking it week by week, but now that everybody's back in and there's football chat and everything, I'm beginning to get a little bit excited about the day I walk out onto the pitch again.